Yes. Hello, hello, Jennifer, Cheryl. Let us know. Facebook has changed the whole setup, so we're just adjusting to it. It's looking good on. I think it's looking good on our end. I think it's looking good. Yeah, it's looking good. It is looking good. Can you hear us? Can you see us? Let me see a number one. No number ones yet. No
Can you
number
guys
one.
hear us?
Can you hear us? Can you see us?
Okay.
There it is. Jennifer
Jennifer.
said yes. We could hear you. We could see you. Everything is good. Everything is lovely. Okay, great. This is day 3 of the challenge. Welcome, everyone. You made it to day 3, and we are so proud of everyone. Everyone has been giving 100%,
Yes.
doing the homework, just showing up.
Yes.
And the feedback that we're getting is awesome.
Awesome.
It is awesome that people are really finding value in what we're offering. People are really taking time to think about, everything that we're presenting, to really go down the list and say, have I ignored some deal breakers in the past, or have I focused too much on age? Have I focused too much on race, location? Have I focused too much on finances? We talked about, if a woman is in debt, can I help her? If I'm great, can I help her get her finances together, or am I going to pass on that one?
Right. Right.
We have talked about so much, and today is really special. It's really going to be nice. Today it's a topic that I really want to talk about, and it's that knowing what you must have in a soulmate. Know what you must have. We're going to take things to a whole nother level today. Just wanted to give people a chance to um come in. The music that we're playing this morning is something that I play sometimes every morning. It's something that's very soothing and very meditative. You know, while you're meditating or just having those moments of reflection, music like that is always wonderful. So that's what, I wanted to share that with you all, and hopefully share much more in the future. So we were waiting for people to come in, but right now we're going to get started. I think that was enough of a recap, right?
Yeah. I think that
Right?
pretty much
No,
sums it
anything?
up.
Okay. So right now I'm going to ask everyone in here to find a comfortable spot to be in. Find a comfortable spot to be in, and I would like to do just a quick breathing exercise with you, and maybe and just drop something beautiful into your spirit. Just let's we want to just let love be in the air today. Want you to feel that energy of love today. You know, that's what I like. Feel that energy of love, that energy of peace, of calm.
Mm.
So what I'm going to ask you to do is close your eyes, and we're going to take 5 deep breaths. And as you breathe in through your nose, breathe love into your heart. Breathe love into your heart with all the breaths we take. As you breathe out fear or anything, any limitations, anything that's been limiting you in any area of your life. Just let that go. So we're going to, again, breathe in love. We're going to let our heart be filled with love, let our heart expand with love, and we're going to breathe out anything that's been limiting us. We're going to take 5 breaths, and then I'm going to read something to you from Rumi, and then we're going to come back and get started. So everyone, just find a comfortable place to relax. Feel free to close your eyes. If
Close my eyes.
if you're driving, don't close your eyes.
Please don't close your eyes.
If you're driving, just listen. But yeah, so let's get ready. We're gonna do 5 breaths. We're gonna breathe deeply. Breathe in through your nose, and you can breathe out through your mouth or nose, whichever you're comfortable with. So we're gonna breathe in love. Breathe love into your heart. Think of things that are lovely, things that are beautiful. Breathe out any limitations. Another deep breath. We'll breathe in love and breathe out any limitations. On the third breath, let's breathe even more deeply. Breathe in love into your heart and let your heart expand. And breathe out any limitations. Let's breathe deeply again on the fourth breath. Let's breathe in love. Expand your heart. Fill your heart with love. Think of everything that is lovely and sweet to you, kind. Breathe out limitations. This last breath, let's give it all we've got. Let's go deep. Let's breathe deeply. Let's expand our heart. Let's just feel love and breathe out any limitations. Keep your eyes closed as I share this poem from Rumi. The minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere, they're in each other all along. Open your eyes and come back. Put a one in the comment if you could feel the love, if you were able to expand your heart, if you felt love in your heart. Put a one in the comments. Put a one if you appreciated that moment of pause, if you appreciated the poem. And I'll read it again. The minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere, they're in each other all along. Good morning and welcome.
Welcome, you guys.
Welcome, everyone. Is everyone back? Everyone is back with us. What's Tina say?
Tina said, beautiful piece from Rumi. May I have the name of it?
Okay.
Bernie said, thank you for this moment. Tina said, come back with love in her heart. And Tammy said, absolutely, thank you.
Great, great. Today we're gonna talk about, you know, we're gonna go a little deeper today. If you have your handouts for today, you see that we're really talking about some strong qualities of a woman who is ready for love. Because we're at points in our lives where we want to meet women that we can share our life with.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to meet people who are playing, people who are, they're on different sites talking to so many different women. At this stage, we all came to this group, and Tasha and I started the group because we wanted to work with women who are serious
Mm-hmm.
about their journey in life, you know, an unexamined life, right? An
Mm-hmm.
unexamined life is not worth living. That's what they say. That's what the saying says. So we're going to talk about your soulmate, and then we're going to just go into the qualities of a soulmate. Have your handouts out as Tasha helps you fill in the blanks. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. A soulmate.
Good afternoon, you guys. Good morning to some of you, depending on where you're located. Thank you so much for joining us again today. A soulmate, someone that gets you. Um, a soulmate is a person that you guys have the connection of minds, a mutual respect for one another, unconditional love, and total understanding of each other and where you are. It's about being yourself and knowing not only that person is following and understanding your thoughts, but is right there with you, side by side.
Yes. And Tasha, a soulmate relationship is one where you connect easily and instantly, like we did.
Right.
We connected instantly and easily. But at the same time, everyone, in all honesty, we had bumps in the road. So although you might connect with that person easily and instantly, it's not like everything is perfect right away. You have to continue the relation as a relationship continues. You have to do some work. It takes effort.
Absolutely.
It takes effort
On both parts.
to sustain and maintain a relationship. It takes effort to grow love, right? And that's a whole other thing about a choice. It takes a choice to say, I want to grow this relationship. I know we might have some differences, but overall, like 95% of what we have is compatible, it's true, it's deep, and it's
Right.
real. And that's what this is all about. So now we're going to go down the list. We want everyone to, just get your papers out. We don't want you to miss these answers because it's really important. It's really important in identifying your soulmate and in also taking a look at yourself and saying to yourself today, do I possess these qualities?
Mm.
You know, am I ready for someone to come into life? Am I ready for that true love, that ideal partner? If my ideal partner comes right now, am I going to miss it because there's an area that I haven't worked on? There's an area in which I'm lacking. So that's what we're going to look at right now. Tasha, what's the first area?
Okay, you guys. So get your worksheets out. And so looks like number one is she is comfortable with being a lesbian.
Right. And that's important. Even in starting this group is for, the title was Lesbians Over 40 Who Want to Attract Long Lasting Love. But so many women were hesitant to come into the group. They were saying, is anybody going to know I'm in the group?
Right.
You know, is this, are they going to see the post? Are they going to see comments? And I had to assure women that no, no one is going to find out that you're in the group. They're not going to see the post. They're not going to see your comments, you know, and maybe for some people where they work or whatever it is, maybe family members don't know that they're a lesbian yet, so maybe they're not comfortable. Or even if people know, maybe they're still not comfortable in what has been presented in their life, like
Right,
they're a lesbian.
right. So you guys drops in the comments. What did you
Mhm.
put for number one? Some of the answers that you guys had.
Yeah, because we said comfortable being a lesbian. Somebody might have said something else. Or, have you come across a woman who is not comfortable in her own skin, who's not comfortable being a lesbian? Let us know. Let us know in the comments. Put a one, put a in the comments
Yeah,
if that's
let
it.
us know you're here.
Yeah, let us know you're here, guys. We don't know you're here unless you say something to us. Let us know. Okay. Now the next thing is honesty again.
um, she is
Honesty.
honest and she realizes the importance of honesty in a closed relationship. That's important.
Yeah, and when people are answering in the group about the qualities that they look for in a woman, the majority of people, I think, said honesty. The majority of people said that they look for honesty in a woman. Did everybody get their worksheets? Let us know if you have it. Put a one, put something. Let us know if you have your worksheets, because we are not seeing any comments. Bernie said same answer. Okay, good.
Okay.
Thank you. Now we know you're here.
Okay, so Julia said if you're in the closet, she's going to pass on dating you.
Hmm.
And Cheryl said, what about a woman that my identity as bisexual or doesn't choose to use a label?
She identifies as bisexual. If now that conversation comes up a lot in our group, um, if a woman identifies as bisexual, then it's up to you if you want to take that chance with her. Some women who are bisexual, they say, okay, when I'm with you, I'm just with you.
Right.
And then when I'm with a man, I'm just with a man. So it's going to be up to you to make that decision of, is your ideal partner someone who, you know, is bisexual, because
Right.
maybe she could be with you for 20 years and still have a bisexual mentality where she finds men attractive, but is not going to cheat on you with a man or anyone else. So,
Right, right. Cheryl said she can't hear us. Let us know if you can hear us, you guys.
look, you guys can't hear us? Maybe that's the issue. Let's see. Let us know if you can hear us now, because, okay, here we go.
So to speak to Cheryl's comment about bisexual, that's definitely a discussion that both of you guys want to have in the very beginning. But I do feel like that still goes back to being comfortable. It maybe that particular young lady, she feels comfortable in her own skin as a bisexual, and that's what she identifies as. So if
Mm-hmm.
that's the case, that's okay. As long
Right,
as you have that, that discussion when you guys first meet.
right. Because some people in the group might be comfortable dating someone who's bisexual.
Right.
You might be comfortable dating a trans woman. Whatever it is you're comfortable dating, that's fine.
Right.
Um,
Like Tina said, you have to be comfortable whatever you identify as or whatever your identity is.
mhm.
Bernie has her worksheet. So yeah,
What did
that's
Miriam
good.
say?
Miriam, honesty leads to loyalty, communication, and respect. That is correct. I agree with that, Miriam.
Excellent.
Yep. Cheryl, it's going in and out, and maybe it's my connection.
Okay, but
Julie says she can hear us, and Bernie says she can hear us,
okay,
and
hear
Miriam
you
says she can
loud and
hear us.
clear.
Okay,
Great, great,
good.
great. All right. So what's the next one, Tasha?
She is not ashamed to introduce you to her family and friends.
Yeah, we put ashamed. She's not ashamed to introduce you. And that goes right along with she's comfortable in who she is at this point in her life.
Right,
She's comfortable in her skin. She's comfortable being a lesbian. So that when you're meeting her family or her friends, it's not going to be like back in the old days when we all were just coming out the closet or we were all discovering who we were. And we're like, oh, that's my friend. You're not going to get introduced as the friend. You're going to really get introduced as this is my partner, this
right.
is my girlfriend, this is my wife. Tasha is everywhere we go. Everyone knows that Tasha has a wife, people.
You
Everywhere we
better know
go,
it.
everyone knows, no matter where we are, what setting we're in, if somebody refers to me or something, Tasha will let them know this is my wife. Yep, that is important.
Let's see. Tammy said, I have been with a few women who were not comfortable letting their employer knowing that they are a lesbian, but in personal circles, it was not a problem.
Okay, okay.
And Julie said, yes, this is important.
It's important. Being comfortable, and that goes back to being honest, not being ashamed.
Right.
You know. So number four,
She has evolved as a person. She has a clear vision for what a relationship should be.
mhm,
So that's important.
right? She has a clear vision. She has a clear understanding. Sometimes when we were in the singles mingling, we asked women, what are some of the questions that you ask women when you first meet them? And one of the ones that they said is to ask her if she's single and to ask her what does that mean to her? Because some women, they might be in relationships, they might already be deeply connecting with another woman, and still they're reaching out to you.
Right.
So women need to have a clear vision of what does a relationship look like? What does a commitment look like? When do we stop flirting and start being, more serious with each other?
With each other.
Yeah, what the Tina said.
Let's see. We shall no longer let anyone shame us. That was from Tina.
Thank you, Tina. That's it.
No worries, Linda. Welcome.
Welcome, Linda. Okay, now the next one, did we say she's evolved?
Yep.
She's evolved. And also now, the next one, she is a grown up. She is a grown up. She has worked through her past traumas, sexual, physical, or emotional abuse. She is a grown up. And one criticism that we hear women saying about their partners at times is that the person needs to grow up.
Mm.
And what many of us fail to recognize is that growing up is not merely a matter of acting like an adult.
Right.
It truly means to recognize and resolve early childhood traumas, Yep. It means to recognize and resolve losses and the understanding of how events influence our current behavior. Now, how many of you have come across women who, and I've seen this on different posts, that they've come across women, and because of what the woman has gone through in her life and even in her childhood, she is not able to have um, a relationship. She's not able to have a relationship that's healthy, that's wholesome, that's comfortable for both her and her partner. There's so many issues that come up when women have not worked through the traumas of their life.
Wow.
Had anyone dealt with that?
Miriam said, "Oh my God, yes." Bernie said, "Oh, she's replying to Tina." She said, "There are some people who must have
Anonymity at their
anonymity at their
jobs,
jobs. Prejudice still
prejudice.
exists. We must be wise."
Yeah, you must be wise and you must be safe at your jobs. Understood, understood. But growing up and working through all your things so that you have a healthy relationship, it's like the ideal partner is one who is willing to reflect on their past. Reflect on their past. They possess a maturity that comes from being emotionally emancipated from the issues of the family of origin. Because if not, those issues are going to come and they're going to play a part in your relationship.
Mm.
You know,
And Tina says she believes in doing some type of therapy for those childhood traumas.
definitely therapy, definitely. You know, and so um, we go on to the next one. We told you we're trying to touch on some deep issues, but this is just a challenge. So we're not going to go all the way deep into the whole thing because
Right.
this is just a challenge, and we're just challenging you today to look at this list that we're working through and to look even to turn and face yourself. That's a saying
Absolutely.
I learned a long time ago, to turn and face yourself. Turn and look in the mirror and say, am I an ideal partner? Do I possess the qualities that a woman would appreciate? Have
Right.
I worked through my stuff?
Right, right. Tina
Mm,
said she's been shamed on her job and outed on her job, so she has to start to stand up to the toxic gossip.
oh,
Linda said her marriage ended because her ex couldn't deal with her past and it shaped her future.
yes,
Tammy said, yes, work on your past, and when a trauma triggers arises, go to therapy.
definitely.
Janet said, I can appreciate that bisexual comments as I identify as bi. And then
Okay,
Bernie said, I need a partner who is working on themselves.
definitely, definitely. All great comments. Yep, and whatever anyone identifies as, we respect.
Of
We
course.
respect that. We would definitely respect that. Okay, now the ideal person, the ideal woman that's ready for love is also number. We're up to number 6, everyone.
She's looking for another adult with qualities similar to hers.
Yep.
Um, that
Yeah,
would be you want
because
an adult.
that person has worked on herself. She's not looking for somebody to complete her or to compensate her for the things that are lacking. You know, you work on yourself, you complete yourself. That Jerry Maguire, famous phrase that came about, you complete me, that was a big thing. You complete me. But at this stage, you're not looking for a woman who's completing you.
Right.
You have worked on yourself and you complete yourself. All right, let's see. What's the next one, Tasha?
One number 7, you guys.
7.
She is open and non-defensive. She is willing to be vulnerable with you.
She's willing to be vulnerable with you, and that's a beautiful thing when your partner can open up her heart to you and be vulnerable to you. The ideal partner is open and she is undefended and she's willing to be vulnerable. you
Mhm.
know have you had partners who weren't willing to be open with you? Have you had partners who weren't willing to be vulnerable? It's hard to develop that closeness. It's hard to develop that intimacy when
Yes.
you have a partner that's not willing to open up and just share her life with you and be vulnerable with you.
Mm.
What's Julie say?
So Julie said, agreed, you have to complete yourself. And Bernie said, I am a stud and I can't hide who I am right from the first interview.
Okay. All right, Tasha. What is number 8?
Number 8, she is approachable.
approachable.
and receptive to feedback without being overly sensitive about any topic.
Yeah, she's approachable. I mean, some women who you want to talk something over with and they get very defensive. You feel like, okay, I can't approach her with this topic. I can't even give her any feedback because she's going to take it as such a negative. Now, always we should do everything with love. We should do everything with tact, right?
Right.
But yeah, when you're approaching someone like that, they should be open to it. They should be open to the feedback without being overly sensitive.
Absolutely. Bernie said, I'm always working on myself, therapy, church, friends, and other modalities. Miriam said, I think being open and non defensive leads to being a mature adult.
Definitely, definitely. We're on the same page right now. Okay, and then
We're on number 9, you guys. She
number
can
9.
openly express her feelings, thoughts, her dreams, desires to you.
Right. She can openly do that. She's not afraid that you're going to shoot her down because maybe in the past, you know how it is with you tell your big dreams to family or friends and they shoot you down.
Mm.
I tell my big dreams or express my feelings to Tasha and she supports me.
Mm.
There hasn't been a time when she hasn't supported me. I said I want to get an RV and hit the road and she's like, okay, let's go.
Let's go.
I said I want to go to India. I want to go to Thailand. I told Tasha it was Valentine's Day it was Valentine's Day, maybe 2017. Valentine's Day 2017. Tasha and I were sitting there. She prepared a beautiful Valentine's meal for us, right? And then we're like, we should do something else for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day I think was a Thursday. We said let's go to Cuba this weekend.
Yes.
We got on the phone and made the reservations. Next thing you know, we were in Cuba for the weekend.
And it was awesome, you guys. It was awesome.
Yeah, Tasha didn't shoot it down like, hey, why you have to be so spontaneous? Why do you have to, always be on the go or something like that? She supports me in whatever I'm doing, changing careers, building careers, whatever.
Yeah.
Starting Facebook groups.
And vice versa, you guys. Simone has been my number one supporter. And like you said, changing careers or hobbies or just doing new things and new adventures. She's always on board. So I'm very grateful for a supportive wife.
Yep. And that's it. The ideal woman, the woman that's ready for a relationship, is going to be able to openly express her feelings, and you should be able to openly receive that and support her in her dreams, in her thoughts, and her desires. Number 10. Number 10.
Um, Miriam said, when did you go to India? I am tagging along.
Miriam, I've been to India 3 times.
I haven't been yet, Miriam, so we'll keep you posted on that one and let you know where we're going.
One of the times I went by myself to India, and that was my spiritual search. And I was in India for about 6 months, just meditating, reflecting. Went to the Himalayas, climbed the mountains of the Himalayas, practically stayed in a cave there. It was wonderful. Okay, so Facebook is messing up, so we're gonna have to just try to keep going.
Yep.
We are
Can you
going to
guys
keep
hear or
going.
still see us?
Can you hear us? Still see us? Facebook is reloading the page because Facebook has been having this problem since yesterday, guys.
Yeah, I think they're updating and putting some new changes on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook is not functioning right now. Let's see.
So you can't really
Right.
tell.
Yep. Let's see. If anyone can still hear us, put a 2 in the comments. If you could still hear us, put a 2 in the comments. Because I think Facebook has been.
Yep, so let us know if you can still hear us. Tammy and Julie, are you saying yes to you can still
You
hear
can
us?
still hear us. You just can't see us.
Can you guys see us? Or you can hear us and can't see us?
But if you could hear us, we'll just continue. How about that? We're not going to stop the flow because we have some, it's just a lot of great information here. So we'll just continue. Yep. So we talked about the partner being open and able to express. I see Bernie sees us. Okay, we just don't see ourselves on the screen. Great.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Okay. All right. So we'll keep going. Hey,
Yeah,
Bertel. Okay, good.
we'll just
So
keep going. We're up to number 10.
okay, so number 10, you guys. She strives to live a life of honesty and integrity so that there are no discrepancies between her words
And her
and
actions.
actions.
And how many times have we come across that? And that's something that continues to be stressed: honesty and integrity. You have to be able to trust your partner. You want someone who's living a life of integrity,
Right.
so that you can manifest and attract good things into your life. So
Absolutely.
you look at her and you hear her words, and there should be no discrepancy between her words and the actions that she's taken.
Mm,
There should be no discrepancy. And your ideal partner, she realizes the importance of honesty. She realizes that honesty builds trust between people. you
right.
know Dishonesty confuses the whole relationship, destroying the trust along with a sense of commitment, a sense of reality, like what's really going on in our relationship.
Mm,
I've never had an issue with trust from day one. I haven't had an issue at all with trust
right.
in this relationship that we're in.
Right.
We haven't had to worry about loyalty, about trust, or anything. You know, we have traveled separately. We have, you know, gone and we have done many things separately because we have our own interests, and there's never that issue
Right.
of what is Tasha doing,
Right.
who is she doing it with, or anything like that.
Right.
I don't care. Some women say that if they have a femme woman, they don't want her hanging out with studs or having stud friends or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're hanging out with Bernie, who is a proclaimed stud, that's fine. That's fine with me.
Right.
I don't have to worry about Tasha hanging out with anyone.
Right, right. Bernie, excuse me, Cheryl said integrity is so important. And Tina said she missed 8 and 9.
Oh, 8 and 9. Let's go back. Let's go back to 8.
So Tina, number 8 was she's approachable and receptible to
Yes.
feedback
Hmm.
without being overly sensitive about any topic.
Right.
And then number 9 is she can openly express her feelings, thoughts, dreams, and desires to you.
Yes. And now we were on honesty and how destructive dishonesty is. You know, when you're dishonest, it causes just a lot of pain. You have infidelity in a relationship that causes so much pain,
Right.
or just
Right.
different dishonest practices. You're dishonest about finances, or just dishonest about different things that would just destroy a relationship.
Right.
It has a destructive impact on your closeness. How can you be close to someone who you can't trust?
Right,
You know?
right.
Yeah.
Julie said if you can't trust your partner, why are you in a relationship with her? Good point, Julie. That's a
Right.
good point.
Right. But oftentimes women might find themselves in a relationship, and they don't know the partner is making you think that you're crazy for thinking these things. Right,
Mm,
when her actions and words are not matching up, like what we're saying. Her words and
good
actions
point.
have to match up, and then there should be no question and there should be no doubt.
Right.
But right, initially when you meet someone and you have that feeling, I can't trust this person, then maybe that's not the person that you know commit to. That's not the person that you
I
spend so
agree.
much time with.
Right.
That's not the person that you invest your heart in.
Yeah, sometimes, a lot of times as women, we got to follow our gut.
Mm-hmm.
And we know in the very beginning, we get that feeling like this is not right.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
trust her and we should, move in the opposite direction of her.
All right, ready for number 11. Number 11.
She is respectful and sensitive to your needs.
Right. And not only to your needs, everyone, but to the needs of other people. Have you ever met a woman and maybe she's nice to you, but she's not nice to other people? So
Mm,
that is important too. She has to be respectful and sensitive to not only your needs, but to the needs of other people, especially family members and friends.
right. Bernie said that's why her eyes and ears are wide open.
Open.
And Julie said, when you know better, you do better. When you know there's no integrity, you get out. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's no integrity. You get out. You have to have that integrity. You have to have that. And you have to have someone who is respectful and sensitive, not only to your needs, but to the needs of friends, family members, just the valet, the waiter, respectful. All right, number 12. Everyone is all caught up. Put a 2 in the comments if you're all caught up and ready for number 12, because now we're talking about control.
Mm.
We're talking about control.
She does not try to control
Mm-hmm.
you with threatening or manipulative behavior. That's a good one.
Control and manipulation, those are definitely deal breakers. And sometimes you might meet somebody initially, they might be able to hide that. We talked about that yesterday. They might be able to hide the fact that they're controlling and manipulative.
Mm.
But a woman that has worked on herself, a woman that is ready for true love, she is not going to try to control you. She's not going to try to manipulate you. You come across a woman who's trying to control you, then that should be the red flag that that's not the one. That's
Yeah.
that's not the one. Yep. She's respectful.
Right,
She's
right. And
respectful.
the controlling, you guys, could sometimes be little things that turn into big things. Little stuff like, the way she wants you to dress. Like she's adamant that you wear this and not that. You're at a restaurant and she insists on, ordering your food, but she presents it in a manner like, she's doing you a favor. But, little stuff like that could be controlling behavior and signs that you need to, watch out for sometimes.
And then a whole another thing too is like when you're in a relationship with someone who's much younger, or you're the person that's much older. Just because you're older, don't think that you're there to teach the younger person to be her mother, to control her. So keep that in mind. Because you're in a relationship with a younger person, it doesn't mean that you should be exerting control over her, that you should be acting like a parent to her,
That's
you
good.
know,
That's good.
or manipulating her in any way just because maybe you're wiser in certain areas.
Right, right,
So look at yourself and make sure that you're not the one who's bringing too much control
right,
or
right.
too or manipulation at all to a
Exactly.
relationship.
Miriam said being controlling is a huge deal breaker.
That's a deal breaker.
Janet said very informative live. I'm usually at work, but I'm off today and glad to be here listening and absorbing. Thank you, ladies, so much. You're welcome, Janet.
Great.
Bernie said that is definitely not love.
That is not love. Control and manipulation is not love. It is abuse.
Right. And Janet
That's
said, I
abuse.
need to be myself and I will not be controlled. Absolutely, Janet. I totally agree.
Yeah. Okay, what are we up to now, everyone?
Number 13, you guys. We're on 13 on the worksheet.
13.
She is supportive of your goals in life.
That's right, because a lot of us, some of us are at places where we're ready to retire, and now we might go try something new. Because of the quarantine and coronavirus, it has changed a lot of things for a lot of us as far as maybe work. And if that has affected anyone, please feel free to say so in the comments. It has changed a lot of things. You have to look, revisit your life. You have to re-examine your life and seeing where's my passion and where can I make an impact and difference in this world.
Right.
And whatever you come up with, um, whatever she comes up with, the one that you meet or you come up with, both of you come up with, you have to support each other,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Maybe you always wanted to own a candy store on the corner.
That's true, you guys. I mean, I feel like everyone in the pandemic has to they I don't know, we had to get creative and adjust.
And
Yeah.
maybe you always wanted to move to Costa Rica where Christine is. I don't see her today, but maybe you always want to move to Costa Rica and open up the surfing stand or open up the vegan restaurant. Whatever it is your goals and your dreams are, the person that comes along to be by your side as your soulmate should support you in that.
Yes. Yes.
Let's pause here for a second. I want to pause here for a second. If everyone is caught up and getting value, put a number 2 in the comment box. Put a number 2. Let us know you're all caught up, that the blanks are filled in, that you're getting value.
Yep.
Let us know.
So drop number 2 in the comments if you're getting value and you're caught up on your worksheet, you guys.
And also know, because one of the group members mentioned that the term soulmate is kind of tricky for them because sometimes you think of soulmate as one person that comes along, but a soulmate could be many people. It could be many people who have these qualities and who connect with you. So you could have a soulmate. It's not like, oh, I missed it, I missed that moment, I missed a soulmate, I connected with someone years ago and we were so close and we were so tight and I missed it. Don't feel like you've missed it. A soulmate is not, we're not saying a soulmate is once in a lifetime partner. You have not missed it. There's still someone out there for you. And when you meet her and she, you have your list, you have a whole lot of lists in front of you that we provided you with. When she checks the boxes on these lists, which they're not constrictive, they're just, these lists are just keeping it real.
Right,
They're just
right.
keeping it real. And what we're talking about today is burning list number 4. What we're talking about today is where a woman should be in
Right,
her life
right,
to be a valuable, to be an ideal partner, to be ready for a long lasting relationship. Where
right,
she should be in her life to be ready for that. Because you don't want someone who's not ready. And here you go again, dating the same kind of person and getting your heart broken again.
right,
You know,
right.
we don't have
So
time to repeat that cycle all over again.
that's true. That's true. Tina said that would be the best candy store on the corner. Miriam said my ex broke up with me right at the start of COVID because I was put on furlough, even though she was unemployed for nearly 3 months before then.
Mm.
Interesting.
Oh,
Um,
Miriam, that wasn't very nice of her.
not at
So
all.
what was her real motivation? What was her for being in a relationship?
Right,
If
right,
she's going to
right.
break up with you and not support you through this time of furlough, she didn't have to support you financially, but she could have still stayed and supported you emotionally, and the
Exactly.
two of you could have found a way to work it out.
Right, right.
So that one, is not the ideal partner. That is not the ideal partner.
Right. Bernie, number 4 was she has evolved as a person. She has a clear vision for what a relationship should be. And that was number 4.
Number 4.
Tina, again, number 8 and 9, because she said it froze on her. Number 8 was she is approachable and receptible to feedback without being overly sensitive about any topic. And then number 9, she can openly express her feelings, thoughts, dreams, and desires to you.
All right, Jennifer, we haven't gotten to 22 yet. Hang on. Or you just dropping a 2. I don't know. But we haven't gotten to 22 yet.
Tammy said, I still have not found her yet.
Right. That's why we're all here. You know, I have mine. I have my soulmate, I have my long-lasting love, I have my ideal partner, you know.
But what I will say, it took a few to get to Simone. So
Mm,
I don't want you guys to think like, like
right.
Simone said, that it's just going to be this one person. You do have to go through,
True. You have to go through
you
some.
got to go through some to
Right.
get to the one. I will say that.
Right. But what we're hoping to do here with this group and with this challenge, and for those of you who want to go deeper, for those of you who are looking at the list and saying, well, I need to work on some things, I want you to know that I'm going to offer you an opportunity to work with me one on one. And we'll talk about that later tomorrow. We'll go into detail about that tomorrow, but there's going to be an opportunity for you to work with me one on one and also in a group setting so that you can go deeper. We're going to take a deep dive and we're going to work through whatever it is you need to work through so that you can be that woman that's ready for the ideal relationship. All right. So, what are we up to now?
Number
14 we did. Number 15. Oh,
Okay.
no, 14. We didn't talk about boundaries.
Okay. So number 14, she is respectful of your personal boundaries.
And that is important.
That's
That
a
is
good one.
important. You want a woman who respects you. You want a woman who can respect your boundaries, who
Right.
can respect when you say no, to whatever it is. You want a woman who's going to be respectful of that. What's the show say?
Tina said the going through the one to get to the soulmate is like, did I pick you for someone else?
And you may have, you may have been the one preparing her to be that ideal person for someone else.
Right. And
But that,
sure. Oh, go ahead.
but right now we just, but right now we want to get you to the point where the next relationship is not going to be the 6 month relationship. It's not going to be the 2 week relationship. It's not going to be the one that walks out on you just because you got furloughed. It's not going to be the one that walks out on you because you have a life emergency and so on and so forth. We want the one who is truly ready, who is truly mature, who's truly evolved. That's what you want for yourself. Someone who is evolved or someone who's willing to grow with you, but they're not bringing all of their baggage from childhood. They're not bringing all of their baggage from previous relationships. They have worked on that.
Hmm. Cheryl said, I totally need to do some work on myself. And Tammy said, this revealed so much about myself I didn't even realize.
And that's
Mm,
great. And that's what we
that's
want you to
great.
do. Take a chance to look at yourself. Take a chance to look at yourself through
Yeah.
this process. All right.
All right, we're on number 15, you guys.
15.
She's close to you physically, mentally, and emotionally.
And emotionally. She's close to you physically, mentally, and emotionally. Someone who, and you would feel that. You would feel that closeness when the person is open. That's what we talked about before. When they're
Right.
honest, when they can openly share with you, when they are that grown up who've worked through their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked to some women who have said that their partner has a hard time connecting with them. Their partner has a hard time just talking through issues with them, have a hard time being close to them because it for some reason it might bring up some traumas from childhood. The person has a hard time being close physically at times. Sometimes people have a hard time being close to a person sexually. And some of you might have encountered women like this. You might have been in relationships like this, where the woman has a hard time being close to you. She might be able to say the words, she might be able to say, I love you, but then
Mm.
she's not able to be close to you. The next
She is able to understand you and empathize with you.
one, empathy. Empathy is so important. You know, let us know if y'all have experienced that, where you're going through something and somebody's not there, not able to be there for you because they can't empathize.
Right. Or
They
she
have
just kind of blow you off.
right. They don't understand at all that you're hurting in this moment
Mm.
or that you need support in this moment. You know, but a woman who has worked on her stuff, a woman who has evolved, a woman who is ready for a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
she's going to be able to empathize with you. She's going to be able to be there with you. You know, let us know if you've experienced that. Put a 2. Let us know if you're the one that can be there for someone. You can put a 2 on that one too. Are you able to empathize with your partners? Are you able to be there for your partner? Are you able to be there for the one that you're dreaming about, for the one that you're envisioning? Are you ready to be there? Because life is going to throw us some curves at this stage.
Yes.
Life is going to throw us some curves. Are we willing to be there for that other person?
Right.
And we have to be careful to find someone who is truly willing to be there for us too. Yes. Now we go
All
to
right, you guys, we're on number 17.
when Bernie says
Bernie said yes.
that's a
Yep.
number 2. That's a number 2.
She relates to you on an intellectual, emotional, and intuitive
Level.
levels.
And I know
Mm.
yesterday we talked about that. We talked about communication and how a person relates to you. And people said, I have to be able to relate to the person that I'm dating on an intellectual level. You have to be able to relate to them emotionally and intuitively. After you create a bond with another person, it should be a point where she does understand what you're going through intuitively.
Right.
She doesn't have to probe you for questions. She should just know that, okay, my wife is hurting. My wife needs support today. My wife needs a hug right now.
Right.
She should be able to know that.
Let's see. Cheryl said yes, can be there, and Janet said yes, I'm a
Empath.
empath, or she's
I'm an empath.
empathic.
She's empathic, but I'm an empath. I feel every emotion deeply and feel the emotion of others too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Tammy said, but I attract avoidant attachment style women.
Avoidant attachment style women are the women who have not worked on their past traumas, and that's why they're avoidant in that style, Tammy, because they haven't worked on their traumas. So now what we have to figure out for you, Tammy, is why are you attracting those women? And that's a personal that's a personal session that you and I can have on why are you attracting women who are avoidant attachment.
Yes. Julie said yes, and I don't read mine, so you need to talk to.
And that's what we talked about. Women need to be able to communicate, but some women cannot communicate. And the reason they can't communicate is because they have not worked on past issues. Someone has shut them down in the past, right? Someone has
Hmm.
maybe blocked them on a spiritual, mental, emotional level, and they cannot communicate at this point.
Right. She celebrates what you share in common, but also recognizes and appreciate the differences as well.
Right. And that's number 18. You want a woman who's going to celebrate that, yes, we have all this in common, but okay, we're different in this way, and I still celebrate you in our differences.
Right.
Tasha and I are different. She's going to spend a whole lot of time, you know, just on a, for a small example, she's going to spend a whole lot of time in the mirror. She's going to spend a whole lot of time getting ready and so on and so forth. I appreciate that. I appreciate when she walks out the bathroom looking fabulous. I, I appreciate that. But I celebrate what we have in common, the fun that we can have together, the things that we share, the interests that we share. She has totally different hobbies and things like that. We both have different, hobbies, but then the things that we share is beautiful to celebrate. So we can appreciate both
Yes.
commonalities and differences.
All right, number 19, you guys. She is physically affectionate and sexually responsive.
Need that. You need that. Someone
Yes.
who is physically affectionate. If you've had a partner who was not affectionate or sexually responsive, then I'm telling you right now, there's something that was missing that she has not worked on in her life. There's some trauma, there's something in her life that she has not worked on. It might not be per se a trauma, but it could have been the way her parents treated her, the way they raised her, so on and so forth. So now she's unable to show affection. She's unable in sexual responsiveness. Things might have happened in relationships before, but no matter what happened before, you have to be able to work through these things so that you get to the point where you are physically affectionate with your partner and sexually responsive.
Yeah, and Julie said you got to have that. Bernie said laugh out loud. Maybe it was to the previous question.
I don't know if it's the previous one or if it's to the affectionate and sexually responsive. You have to be able to be there. Okay, number 20. Number 20
She enjoys closeness and
is uninhibited.
is uninhibited, and
She
she
feels
freely gives and accepts affection and pleasure during lovemaking.
so she enjoys closeness and she's uninhibited because when you get that long lasting partner, the one that you want to just keep, the one you just want to keep, and y'all are growing together, and this is it for you. She should be uninhibited with you. She should freely give and accept affection with you, and she should enjoy your lovemaking. That is real, people. She should enjoy your lovemaking. You know,
If not, there's a problem.
right? I mean, but it should be at a point where the two of you can talk it through.
Right,
It
right.
should be at a point where you can talk it through.
Oh, she's laughing at Simone. She said she's
Oh,
laughing at you.
okay. 21, 21.
She has a sense of humor, which is very important.
Right? We
A
said
good
that.
sense of humor definitely eases the tense moments in a relationship.
Right. A good sense of humor. You could just laugh about it. Sometimes your partner might get upset for no reason, and then maybe y'all could both laugh about it. Like,
Yeah.
that was kind of funny. Okay, number 22.
She adds value to your life. She inspires you to grow.
Right.
That's a good one.
Because we're talking about the partner and where she should be in life, but she should be at a place. and you should be at a place where she can inspire you to grow, and you're not offended by her, recommendations or so. But she inspires you in your growth. You know,
She adores you and encourages you to be you. That's number 23, you guys. She adores you and
and
encourages
encourages you
you
to
to
be
be
you.
you.
Yep, just encourages you to be yourself. Whatever that is, encourages you to be whoever you are in life. Okay, and the last one.
Number 24, you guys. She is interested in personal development.
And you should be too.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's a two-way
always,
street.
always growing. Tasha and I were always growing. We're always learning. We're always, trying new things, looking at ways we can be better,
Right.
better as partners. We're looking at ways that we could be better as parents.
Right.
Yep. I hope it hasn't frozen. If you're still there, press a number 2 and we can talk about the challenge question for day 3. And if anyone else has any comments on the topic that we talked on today, then feel free to put your comments in. Or if not, we're going to review the challenge question. Now, we had a winner yesterday for the challenge question. We had we had we had a winner yesterday for the challenge question. And guys, actually, it was the same person who won the day before, Takia. So we were saying, should the same person win 2 days in a row? Well, since we didn't set the rules as they couldn't, then we'll go ahead and say, yes, let that person win. So she won 2 days in a row, but today we want someone different to win. So the way you win the Amazon gift card. The way you win the Amazon gift card is by being on this live and participating, as I think everyone did.
Yes.
And also being the first person to answer the challenge question. Don't answer the challenge question until I post it. I'm going to post it in the Facebook group. And then when I post it, put your answers right under the post. Oh, they know what it is. And I appreciate you just really today being honest with yourself. Being honest with yourself. Are you able to mirror the qualities of the ideal partner,
Right.
the woman that is ready for love? Are you able to mirror those qualities? Is that you? Have you worked on your issues? Have you worked on the things that may have traumatized you in life? Are you able and ready to willing to mirror those qualities?
Right.
And question number 2, what qualities would you like to work on and improve? What qualities would you like to work on and improve? And remember, you're not alone in this. We're going to discuss tomorrow how we can continue this, how you can go deeper by working, with us personally, how you can go much deeper in this process. We're not going to leave you hanging. If there's things that you need to work on, we're going to work on it. We're going to work through it. We are committed to
Yes.
this process.
Yes. Tina said maybe randomly pick a number for the new winner. For the next winner.
Oh, just kind of like randomly instead of the first person. Okay.
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 We'll take that into consideration, Tina. Thanks for the suggestion.
So the winner will be someone who was here.
Excuse
The
me.
criteria is someone who came to the live and someone who answered the question, and we'll randomly pick someone as the winner. We'll take that, Tina. What's Tammy say?
Tammy says so much to think about in this challenge. Good, Tammy.
Great.
Good.
Great.
Good. Cheryl can't make tomorrow live. It will be recorded. Yes, Cheryl, you can definitely catch the replay in the actual group, in the Facebook group. The replay will be there, so you could definitely stroll through and find it. Yep. So no worries.
I'm glad everyone is getting something out of the challenge. Everyone is getting good value. I know some people didn't know what a challenge was, right, and so maybe they didn't come, but we have almost like 75 people sign up. Mm-hmm. And so there were people who are watching the replays. We're getting, yes, a lot of comments. We're getting a lot of views on the replays. So we know that people are watching and right, and they're learning. The only people who have access to the information as far as the workbook are the people that signed up. So the other ones who are viewing it, they don't have access to the workbook, and that was the benefit of signing up. Yeah. Yeah. So we appreciate it. If there's anything that you're missing, if there's any answer that you're missing, we can just hang out for like a couple of seconds and let us know if there's any answer that's missing, so you can make sure you have these blanks filled in so that you can just review it. Review it as a way to think about the person that's coming into your life, and review it as a way to look at yourself
Right.
and saying, am I there?
Right.
Am I there? Or how far do I have to go? How much work do I need to do?
Right. Because oftentimes, you guys, we don't look at ourselves like we're steady looking, outward for that person or looking at that person, but we haven't
Right.
like looked inward at ourselves and
Not
say,
looking
do
at
we possess
ourselves.
those qualities that we're looking
Right.
for?
Why do we keep picking the wrong women?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we keep dating the same women with a different face? Why do we keep getting ourselves into the same situations?
Mm-hmm.
We have to look at ourselves.
So Tina said, would it not be great to hear another winner's answers and learn? I don't know.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yes.
a good suggestion, Tina.
That's what we'll do tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna review the answers. Like we'll go through the answers that we've gotten. We're gonna review the answers and some of the answers so that people can learn from them.
Yeah.
And we will pick a winner. Like we will take Tina's suggestion and we're gonna pick a winner from the list of what people have answered, not necessarily the first person.
Okay.
So I'm going to post a question and we're going to pick the winner from the list and we're going to review some answers because I thought the answers were very valuable. We're going to review that. And again, if we have more questions and need to, we will have a question and answer session. Right now, we have it for Saturday, 11 a.m. question and answer session that will also be recorded.
Okay, so Tina said, "Oh, the challenge is answering the questions after live." Well, the challenge was signing up via email
Mm-hmm.
through the link with Simone, and then actually participating in the live as well, Tina.
Right,
So it was both hand in
yep,
hand.
and the challenge is the challenge. This challenge, the vision and the goal of this challenge was to help you look at the women that you're dating. Look at the criteria that you have set. And are you following your own list? And are you following your own criteria? And then today we presented to you a list of qualities of a woman who is ideal, who's an ideal partner, who's a partner who's ready for long lasting love. We
Right.
presented to you someone who has worked on herself, someone who has evolved. And the challenge is turn and face yourself. Look in the mirror, look at yourself, and see what areas you may need to work on. You
Mm,
know, I've heard a lot of women in some of the comments, some women have presented to be very perfect, and maybe someone has truly worked deeply on themselves, and
right.
at this point in their life,
Right.
maybe they're perfect. But look at the questions and be honest with yourself. No judgment. No one is judging. Everyone is in the same place. Everyone is here to challenge, and everyone is answering the questions.
Right.
Everyone is in the same place. No judgment. We hope you got value today. We love you guys. I told Tasha, I said I'm going to cut it short today because I don't want to take them over an hour, but we went over an hour, so, guys. But I hope you didn't mind. I hope you got a lot of value today.
Yes.
We
Yes.
love you all. We
We love
love
you.
working with you. We love the group. We love being here. And reach out to us if you have any questions. But in a few minutes, I will post the challenge post question day 3. So look for that and answer your questions under that post. Don't answer it like just randomly somewhere. Answer it under the post. We appreciate you. We love you all. And everyone, have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday.
Yes. See you guys tomorrow.